Unit vector is a vector having unit magnitude. And when it is taken along the x-axis, it is represented by I cap. See, 1 centimeter along the x direction. It is represented by I cap. And unit vector along the y direction, see, 1 centimeter. It is represented by j cap. And unit vector along z direction, it is represented by k cap. Okay. In order to represent position and displacement.
Vectors which point along x, y, and z axis, and all of them have magnitude 1. That is, magnitude of I cap is equal to magnitude of j cap is equal to magnitude of k cap equal to 1. And if we look at here, all these vectors have an angle of 90 degree between them. Now here we selected a distance of 1 unit. In case if it is more than 1 unit also, we can express that vector in terms of unit vector. Unit vector forms a base for all the representation. For that reason, it is also known as base vectors. Now considering a few examples, here the particle is at a distance.
Children, here the particle is at a distance 2 centimeter along the x direction. How will you represent this vector? When it is at 1, we simply represent it with I cap. 1, actually it is 1 I cap. Or simply we can tell I cap. When it is at 2 centimeter from the origin, how will you represent the position vector now? Arjun? Arjun? How will you represent now? It is at 2 centimeter. So,
2 into
2 into
I cap.
Very good. 2 into I cap. So that is the representation. Okay, correct.
Of 2 units. So to denote the position, I can write it is 2 I cap. 2 means it is a magnitude, and I cap means it is a unit vector pointing along x-axis. So whenever you see the term 2 I cap, we can understand that it points along positive x-axis. Similarly, in this case, it is 3 I cap. Now if it is along y-axis, here it denotes j cap. In this case, it is 2 j cap. And finally 3 j cap. Now if it is along z axis, it is k cap, 2 k cap, and 3 k cap. But in this chapter, we will not account for the third dimension or z axis. We are considering only motion along a plane. We need only 2 axes, so here we will not account for the z axis or k cap. Next is the concept of position vector. Position vector is defined as the vector drawn from the origin to position of an object, or it is a vector which gives the location of an object with respect to a coordinate system.
So what is a position vector? Next we are going to represent position vector in a plane. Position, as the name shows, it gives us where it is, position vector, location of the object with respect to the origin. With respect to origin, where is the point lying? So the vector which represents the position of an object with respect to the origin. The vector which represents position of an object with respect to the origin. That is position vector, as the name shows, position vector. Where it is? With respect to the origin, where is it? That it gives that, and that means it gives the location of the object.
Let us try to understand with an example. Suppose this is the position of a particle at a certain time t, and I can denote this position as capital letter P. Now if I draw a vector from the origin to this position P, that vector is known as position vector. So here this vector OP is our position vector. Again I am repeating, position vector is any vector which gives the position of an object with respect to the coordinate system. Position P can be expressed in terms of both the x-axis and y-axis. So if it...
Children, here we see the point P is marked here, and we have drawn the position vector. Now this vector OP, that is the position vector, name of the position vector, and here it gives us the position with respect to the origin, where it is lying along the x direction, how much distance it moved. What is x coordinate here, children? What is the Sriram? What is the x coordinate for this point P? Sriram?
It is
Huh.
4, I think.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4. It is 4. So we can tell 4 x coordinate in terms of vector. How will you tell that? 4 along the x axis, no? So what you will tell? 4?
4
4?
I cap.
4 I cap. Then, okay, correct answer, 4 I cap. And along the y axis, where is it? With respect to the y direction, where is it? This much distance along the x direction it travel, along the y direction or y coordinate. What is the y coordinate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So 4, Sriram, complete it. 4,
The y axis, that name, right?
J cap,
J
J cap, J cap. So for J cap, okay. So that is the position for I cap plus for J cap. That is the position now. Vector OP can be written as for I cap plus for J cap. Okay, you can listen.
It is at a distance of h units along x-axis. We can represent this position vector as h I cap plus y j cap. So that is how you represent the position vector. And here, if we need to find the magnitude of the position vector, we can represent it by modulus of vector OP. And this magnitude is given by root of h square plus y square.
Okay, children, this one, now we have represented, generally we write like this, for I cap, for j cap. Instead, general equation is this, for position vector. And position vector OP is written as vector R, small letter R. It is equal to x I cap plus y j cap. And see resolution of vectors, we have seen vector A can be resolved into two components, ax and ay. Root of ax square plus ay square is the magnitude. Just like that, this position vector's magnitude is root of this x square plus y square. See, this is the magnitude, modulus, vector OP equal to root of x square plus y square. So this is the representation of the vector. And how to find how much length is this? Magnitude, length of the vector gives magnitude. Magnitude, how will you find? Root of x square plus y square. Okay.
Let us see some examples for position vector. Consider this to be a position of a particle. So here we can mark this point as point P. If I draw a vector from the origin to this point, we will get the position vector OP. Position vector OP. Now it is given by 4 units along x-axis. That is, I can write it as 4 I cap. Since it is along x-axis, there is no y component, or you can write it as plus 0 j cap. And if you want, we can also write it as 0 k cap. It is not necessary every time to write this 0 terms, so simply we can denote it by 4 I cap. That is the position vector.
So 4 I cap means what, children? 4 I cap. Amal Krishna, 4 I cap. What's the meaning? Amal Krishna.
It's on x-axis.
How much distance?
4 units.
4 units along the x-axis. 0 j cap means what? 0 j cap.
0
Along,
units on
units, 0. That means
y-axis
it has
means
it has not moved along y direction. Only x direction only. No y component is there. Only x component is there. 0 j cap. Okay. That is the meaning.
We can also write it as 0 k cap. It is not necessary every time to write this 0 terms, so simply we can denote it by 4 I cap. That is the position vector. Now another example is this case, where the particle lies along y-axis. This is the position. If you draw a vector from the origin, we'll get the position vector, that is vector OP. Here vector OP can be written as 0 I cap plus 3 j cap, or say it is 3 j cap. That is the position vector.
You see this one? Along the along the y direction, the body moved 3 centimeter. So there is no x component in this, only y component is there. So we can write 0 I cap. X direction, nothing is there, 0 is there, x component is 0. Only y component is there. So 3 is 3 centimeter. So we write 3j cap. 3j cap represent a position vector, and it has moved 3 centimeter along the y direction. J cap represents that. J cap is the unit vector in the direction of y direction. So j cap is the direction. 3 means its magnitude. How much distance it moved? 3. J cap. What is j cap? You need not tell it moved along y axis. You just write j cap. That is enough to understand that body or particle moved along y direction. J cap is the direction.
Now next to consider the position of a particle at this point. And this point is given by 4, 3. It is 4 units along x-axis and 3 units along.
So if we join this vector OP, how will you represent that vector? I will ask to Aishwarya, yes. How will you represent the position vector OP? Vector OP equal to, tell. Vector OP, Aishwarya, yes. Vector OP equal to, it has moved 4 distance along x-axis, 3 centimeter along y-axis. So how will you represent vector OP? Aishwarya, yes.
Teacher.
How will you represent vector OP? Vector OP equal to, tell. Don't know. Chandana.
Teacher.
How will you represent vector OP with vectors? Vector
4
OP.
I cap plus 3 j cap.
Very good. Let's see. 4 I cap. 4 centimeter it moved along the x direction. So 4 I cap plus 3 centimeter. See, its y component is 3. See, this point correspond to 4, 3. So 4 distance along x direction and 3 centimeter along y direction. 3 centimeter. So we can represent vector OP equal to 4 I cap plus 3 j cap. This is the position vector. It tells us the position. Where is it? We can exactly mark its position. Understand? So position vector tells us where it is with respect to the origin. Okay. How much far it is from the origin, in which direction it is there. So it gives the location. Actually, it gives the location of the body with respect to the origin. Okay.
Next is displacement vector. Displacement vector is a vector that tells how much and in which direction the object has changed its position in a given time interval.
See definition, you see, a vector which tells us how much and in which direction object has changed its position in a given time interval. We know we have studied displacement. Same thing. It gives us how much distance it traveled in a definite interval of time, shortest distance between the initial and final position. That is the displacement. Here also same thing, but here it is a plane, motion in a plane. Okay, that is the only difference. But actually displacement is the change in position, or it is the shortest distance between initial and final position. Here also it is same. How much, see how much distance it traveled in a given time interval, which direction it traveled. These two things it gives us. Okay, we can see.
For example, consider the position of a particle at time t, and I can denote this position by capital letter P. If I draw a vector from the origin to this point, we'll get the position vector, that is OP. Now if this particle undergoes a displacement for time delta t, the new position will be this one, and I can denote this particular position as P dash. If I again join a vector from the origin to this point, we'll get the next position vector, that is OP dash. Now here displacement vector is given by joining the initial position and final position. That is, if I draw a vector such that it starts from P and end at P dash, that is our displacement vector. So here the displacement vector is given as vector P dash. And we can easily find this vector by taking the difference of final point minus initial point. Or if we need the magnitude, we can just take the modulus of this vector. Now let us see an
I'll explain. Here you see, initially body is at P. So its position vector we have drawn from the origin. We have drawn a straight line and put an arrow mark here. That is the initial position vector. Then the body moved. It can move through any path. Body can move through any path and reach the point P dash. So at a time T, it is at P. And it is moving, body is moving, and it reached at P dash. At that time, what is its position vector? A straight line from origin to that point. That is the position vector now. That means at a later time or in a time interval delta t, the body reached the point P dash. Now, initial point we know, final point also we know. You just draw a straight line, no need to draw other paths. You just have to draw a straight line and put the arrow mark, which direction body moved, P to P dash. So arrow mark should be here. Don't put arrow mark here. Body moved from, that is the tail. Body moved from P to P dash. So put arrow mark here. So this is the initial position and this is the final position. Now P dash is the displacement vector. P dash. So that is written here and its modulus will give magnitude of the displacement vector. And you can see the example here.
example for this case. So at time t, the position of a particle is at here and it is given by 2, 3. If I join a vector from the origin to this point, we'll get the position vector, that is OP.
Okay, children, vector OP equal to, how will you represent this? Amina, how will you represent this position vector OP? Vector OP equal to, please tell in terms of the vector, in terms of vector you tell. Amina? No. Deeba is not there. Deeba not answering. Devi Krishna? How will you represent this vector OP? Vector OP equal to? Not able to hear. 2i cap. 2i cap plus 3j cap. Very good. 2i cap plus 3j cap. Okay.
I can write vector OP is equal to vector OP is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap. After time delta t, if this particle undergoes a displacement, the final position will be here. And this point we can denote it by P dash. It is given by 6, 4. And
Okay, how will you represent this vector? Vector OP dash.
if I again draw a vector from the origin to this point, we'll get the position vector at final position. And we can denote it by vector OP.
I will ask to Fatima Shashank. Are you there? No. Vaishnavi? No answer. Krishna Priya?
Yes, teacher.
How will you represent vector OP dash?
6i cap plus
Ah.
4j cap.
Very good. 6i cap plus 4j cap.
OP dash. And it is given by 6i cap plus 4j cap. Now if I join this initial point and final point, we'll be getting our displacement vector. So here the displacement vector is the vector P dash. Vector P dash is the displacement vector. And we know that displacement only depends on the initial and final point. It doesn't depend on the path taken by the body. It can take any infinite number of paths between these 2 points. But the final answer only depends on the initial and final point. And mathematically it is given by the final position minus initial position. So here the final position vector is given by vector OP dash minus the initial position is denoted by vector OP. If I evaluate, it becomes 6 I cap plus 4 j cap minus 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. Now while evaluating unit vectors, we should
See, listen. So we found the displacement vector. Now initially particle is at P at a time t and a later time t plus delta t. In a time interval delta t, body moved from P to P dash. So the displacement vector is the straight line distance from initial position to final point. So we draw a vector. This vector is drawn. Vector P dash is the displacement vector. And we are going to find the displacement vector now. That is final position minus initial position. Final position is OP dash vector minus vector OP. Initial position vector is vector OP. So we substituted the values. OP dash is 6 I cap plus 4 j cap minus OP vector is 2 I cap plus 3 j cap. Who is waiting? Okay, only 30 children. So you see, how will you subtract this vector? 6 I cap is here, 2 I cap is here. So similar terms we can subtract easily. What is 6 I cap minus 2 j cap? Lemis, 6 I cap minus 2 j cap. What it will be? Similar terms we can subtract. 6 minus 2. Lemis is there? No. Lena? Lena? 6 I cap minus 2 I cap. How much it will be?
4
Correct. Mic problem. 4 I cap. Then 4 j cap plus minus is here. 4 j cap minus 3 j cap. How much it will be? Naja? Tell the answer of this. 1, 4 minus 3, 1 j cap, correct. So 6 minus 2, 4 I cap plus 4 minus 3, 1 j cap, 4 I cap minus 1 j cap, 4 I cap minus 1 j cap, okay.
always add or subtract the like terms. So here the like terms are 6 I cap and 2 I cap, 4 j cap and 3 j cap. Grouping the like terms together, we will get 6 minus 2 times I cap plus 4 minus 3 times j cap, and that is given by vector P dash is equal to 6 minus 2, it is 4 I cap plus 4 minus 3, it is 1 j cap. So this is the displacement vector. Now if I want to find the magnitude of this displacement vector, it is given by modulus of vector P dash, or it is simply square root of 4 square plus 1 square, that is root 70.
Okay, children, here we have seen how to subtract these vectors, and general formula is also there that I will show the notes and explain general formula. Okay, so now we found the displacement vector subtracting final position. That means initial position is subtracted from final position. Then we got 6 minus 2, that is 4 I cap, plus we can see 4 j cap minus 3 j cap. 4 minus 3 j cap. J is common here. So 4 minus 3 is 1 j cap. Whenever you get a vector like this, how to find the magnitude? Root of this x component square plus y component square. See, x 4 square plus 1 square. This is the way to find the magnitude of displacement vector. Any vector, you can find the magnitude like this, root of 4 square plus 1 square. Okay, this one, how will you find the magnitude of this vector? I will ask to Nandana. How will you find the magnitude of OP dash? Nandana. Nayana, tell. Nayana. How will you find the magnitude of OP dash, vector OP dash, modulus vector OP dash equal to? Nayana. Square root of, tell. Square root of? 6 square plus 4 square. So, correct answer. And Neha, tell how to find magnitude of vector OP. Neha. Neha is not there. Nihida is there. Nihida.
Yes, teacher.
How will you find magnitude of vector OP?
Root square of 2 square plus 3 square.
Square root of 2 square plus 3 square. Correct answer. Okay. So that is the way to find the magnitude. Okay.
This is how you find displacement vector. Now here this displacement vector actually means that this particle has moved 4 units along the x-axis and 1 unit along the y-axis. So this is 1 unit along y-axis and 4 units along x-axis. That is the actual meaning of displacement vector. Again, I am repeating, by seeing position vector or displacement vector in this form, we must be able to visualize how these vectors orient itself in a coordinate system. Then only the study of vectors becomes more interesting and easier.
Okay, children, so that is about. So we understood now how to find the position vector and displacement vector. This resolution taken, no children, last class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Theta equal to tan inverse y by ix. So just after the exam, I will explain how to find the angle. Okay, children? Try to get that Clark's table. After the exam, I will explain. Because we have to do problems in this chapter with that we can do only with the help of that Clark's table. So any vector can be represented in terms of I, J and K. For example, 3 dimensional. When you study 3-dimensional motion, we should have the 3 coordinate X, Y and Z, because all the 3 coordinates changes with time. But only in our chapter, only 2 dimension is needed. But just for knowing, you will study maths and all, you will study all the 3 components. Generally, what we can write, vector A equal to AXI cap plus AYJ cap plus AZK cap, like that. But you know, position vector, general vector, this one we take. For example, velocity vector, Vxi cap plus Vyj cap plus Vz k cap. Acceleration vector, Axi cap plus Ayj cap plus Azk cap. But you know, only for position vector, it is represented like this, Xi cap plus Yj cap plus Zk cap, where X, Y, Z are components of vector R along X, Y and Z axis respectively. Okay. Position vector, always remember vector R, denoted with vector R, equal to Xi cap. See, we are not writing Rxi cap, Ryj cap, Rz cap. Like that we are not writing. This is for general vectors. But position vector, the beginning, that one we write only in this manner, Xi cap. We will not write Rxi cap, Ryj cap, Rz. We just write Xi cap plus Yj cap plus Zk cap, like that. See, remember that factor. Okay. The vector addition analytical method, that is what we have seen here. When we found displacement vector, we subtracted with vectors. Just like that method. plane with components ax, ay, and bx, by. For example, vector A is written as vector A is written as ax I cap plus ay j cap. Ax means component of vector A along x direction. What is ay? Component of vector A along y direction. What is bx? Component of vector B along the x direction. And what is by? Component of vector B along y direction. And we are going to add these two vectors A plus B, and we will get a new vector. Components will be different because we are adding these two vectors. So vector R equal to vector A plus B, sum of these two vectors. So we are adding AX plus BX. See, the X components we are adding J because I is common here. So we write AX plus BX into I cap plus AY plus BY into J cap. Like that we write. And this is vector R. So we can shorten this just by writing Rx. Vector R equal to Rx I cap plus Ry J cap. That is Rx Ax plus Bx. What is Ry? Ay plus By. So thus each component of the resultant vector R is sum of the corresponding components of vector A and B. So it is easy. Suppose here it is 6 and say here it is 4. What it will be? A plus B, 6 plus 4, 10 I cap. Like that we can write here 10. So Rx is 10 here. Have you got Rx? 6 plus 4. Suppose this is 7 plus 4. So 11 it will be 11 J cap. So what is Ry? Ry is Ay plus By. That is 11. 7 plus 4 we got. Like that. So by adding the components, we are getting the resultant vectors components. By adding the x component, resultant vectors x component we got. By adding the y component, resultant vectors y component also we got. Okay. So this is the analytical method of vector addition. We have studied vector addition, that is triangle law, parallelogram law. This is analytical method of vector addition. In 3 dimension, how we can do this? Okay, I will ask to you children. What is A plus B in this question? I will ask to Parvana. Parvana, what is A plus B? Parvana, tell what is A plus B? Parvana, mic not working. Parvati, you may tell what is A plus B? Parvana,
Rx cap plus Ry J cap plus RZ K cap.
but you know how you get Rx? How will you get Rx? Rx
Adding Ax plus Bx.
Correct answer. Ax plus Bx. Ry?
Ay plus By.
By R set.
Z plus Bz.
Okay, correct answer, Parvati. Then that Rx is actually Ax plus Bx. Ry, Ay plus By. R set, Az plus Bz. This method can be extended to addition and subtraction of vectors also. Suppose we are adding A plus A and B and subtracting C. We can write it together. A plus B minus C. How will you write? I will ask to Varsha. 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 Not there? Not
Hello.
there. Varsha is there? Okay.
Hello, teacher.
Tell what is A plus B minus C? That is what next we have to do. Same way we can subtract. So when you add, what you are getting? A plus B. Components add and tell. I components.
Ax plus Ax I cap plus Bx I cap.
I is common, no? So it can be taken outside. So what we can write? AX.
AX plus BX.
Then we have to subtract this vectors, vector C. So what will you write? AX plus BX
Minus CX.
minus CX. Very good. AX plus BX minus CX and I cap is common. So into I cap. Similarly, next term also tell what is the J component of J resultant vectors. J component
AY plus BY
BY
minus
minus
CY.
CY. Correct. Okay. Into J cap. Similarly, K vectors components, resultant vectors. K component.
AZ plus BZ minus CZ
mi-
into K cap.
Very good. Z plus BZ minus CZ into K cap. That is the way of writing. If it is in the place of AX, if 6, it will be AY, it will be 4, AZ, it will be 3, like that, numbers. So you can just do that easily. You can do analytical method of vector addition. Then that is what we have. We get a new vector where Tx, Ty, Tz, Tx equal to Ax plus Bx minus Cx, Ty equal to Ay plus By minus Cy, and Tz equal to Az plus Bz minus Tz. Okay, we are subtracting the vector C from A plus B. Okay.
Teacher, can you
Yes.
please admit Neha?
Neha. Neha is not in the participant list. Please tell her.
Okay, teacher.
Position vector, that is what we have seen, children. Video I showed you. Vector OP, or it is represented vector R. It is written as xi cap plus yj cap. Similarly, body moved from P to P dash. This red line is them showing the movement of the particle from P to P dash in a time delta t. Body moved from P to P dash, and it is the displacement vector, vector OP dash. Displacement vector we also represent with the letter delta R. So position vector, vector R equal to xi cap plus yj cap. Position vector R dash equal to x dash I cap plus y dash j cap, and displacement vector is subtracting that. That means vector R dash minus vector R will give the displacement vector. It is denoted with vector delta R. PP dash is written as delta R. Okay, vector delta R. Direction of motion is from P to P dash. Arrow mark is shown. Red line is the movement of the particle in the xy plane. Body is moving in the xy plane. Initially at a time t. How will you explain this figure, children? If you are, see, derivation question is not there. Just you have to study all the formulas and do the problems. Actually, derivation will not be there. But everything you should understand. What is position vector? Everything you should know. But only first term it will be multiple choice questions, assertion based questions, case study based questions. Concept must be very clear. Even though derivation is not there, you should have a very clear picture. Then only you can answer question. Question paper, if it is a descriptive paper, it will be easy to score mark. You can write something, position vector, displacement vector, something right like that. Out of 3, you will be getting 2 mark. But if it is a problem, if any mistake come, that is completely lost. That is the main problem of these multiple choice questions. So we take care, we have to do more problems. Okay. So displacement vector is PP dash, that is represented by R dash minus R. You can see that. See? Delta R, displacement vector, is equal to R dash minus R. OP dash minus OP. That is what we have said. Instead of OP dash, it is written vector R dash. Instead of OP, we have written vector R. That is the position vector. And here displacement vector is written as delta R. Delta R. Vector delta R equal to R dash minus R. Now we are going to find the equation for displacement. We have done one example and just generalizing that as an equation. Delta R, vector delta R, displacement vector is equal to, we are substituting the values of R dash, X dash, I cap plus Y dash J cap minus R, X I cap plus Y J cap. And I will ask this to you. What is this? What is this? I will ask to Devatirtha. Devatirtha. Devatirtha is there. Gayatri is there. Gayatri. Gayatri. Yeah. Amal Krishna. Amal Krishna. How will you find delta R, vector delta R from this equation?
Teacher.
How will you find vector delta R from this equation? I components take together and subtract. Tell X dash. We are subtracting this. We are finding the displacement vector. Can you tell? Amal Krishna. Bhagat is there, Bhagat?
Teacher.
Tell, how will you
X
subtract?
dash
X
minus
dash,
X
X dash minus X into
into I cap
I cap
Hello, Singh.
plus
plus Y dash minus Y into J cap.
Very good. That is the displacement vector. And this we write, for example, 4 minus 3, that is 1, 1. That is the displacement along the x direction. Delta x, we write this is delta x into I cap plus this is delta y, 5 minus 2, 3. That is 3j cap, write like that. We write like that. We will not write like this. We subtract and write. That is written here, delta y. Along the y direction, it moved 1 centimeter, or delta y. Delta x I cap plus delta y j cap, where delta x is x dash minus x and delta y is y dash minus y. Okay. So displacement vector we got, children. Displacement vector. Understood this, children? How to write displacement vector? Understood? Danish?
Yes,
Okay, understood. Next is velocity vector. The average velocity vector. So how to write, see, how to write average velocity, you see, average, to show that we put a bar. Velocity vector. See, motion in a plane, we have to represent this vector, vectors with vector symbol on the top of that letter. V, velocity vector, vector V. And when we put a bar over it, that means average velocity. Average velocity vector V bar. Vector V bar. Vector V bar of an object is the ratio of the displacement and corresponding time interval. We know average velocity is the displacement by time interval. Average velocity vector V bar, that is displacement by time. Displacement vector is delta R, vector delta R by time. Time no need of vector. Time is a scalar quantity. Only for displacement we put the vector symbol. Vector delta R by delta T. And we substitute what is delta R.